Welcome to Ancestral Connection for Peace. And today we're here to call on our peaceful and wise ancestors to create peace among all people of the world. And we're doing this because all over the world, people are struggling to have peace, to have inner peace, to have peace in their families, to have peace in their communities. There are countries at war. There are countries and places where people are oppressed. There are countries and places where people are hungry. There are places where people are being led by corrupt leaders. And there are children and young people and old people who are lost or sick and confused. And any of these conditions lead to a lack of peace because there's discomfort and there is suffering. And that is why we are here today to do this ancestral connection, because it is our ancestors, those who walked this earth and lived on this earth and enabled us to be here. Their energy continues on invisibly because science has taught us that everything that exists is energy, and energy is not created or destroyed. It is transformed. Our ancestors have ascended and are in a constant state of transformation. So we are calling on those who are wise and peaceful, who have attained the energetic knowledge to give peace to those who are suffering. So we begin our session by releasing all of the sources of conflict, of unease, of suffering that people are enduring all over this planet. And we will release this suffering with 7 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. 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 Now, for this time, we have released all of the sources of conflict, all of the sources of disturbance, of violence, of suffering. And now we are going to call in the energy of our intention for peace for all people of the world. And that's a big intention. And we know that this one ancestral connection won't bring this peace to everyone, but we send out the wish for peace for all people on this planet. And sending out this wish and this intention means that sometime and someday And for many, it may just be a minute or a second of peace. But all people on this planet will know peace. That is our intention. And we are going to breathe that intention in now. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 So now we have released the suffering. We have made our intention. And we will now call in our ancestors. And these can be your family, biological, genealogical ancestors. If you're adopted, they can be the family who adopted you, or your teachers, religious or spiritual teachers, or academic teachers. If you're an artist, it could be your teachers and artists who guided you. Anyone any lineage that has given you wisdom or guidance, call on that lineage now. Call on the wise ancestors whose energy is no longer visible physically, but exists all around us. And if we call for their wise energy, instead of thinking that the newest gadget we've created is the solution to the world's problems, when these problems have continued the same way, decade after decade after decade, and we still, for all of our human knowledge, for all of our technological and medical knowledge, when we know that most of the arguments and disagreements we get into are solely in our minds and our perceptions and our failure to try and understand another's perception or view, or from our greed to want what someone else has, not again working on how we can share. So from nations to relationships, peace is difficult to maintain. But if you can maintain it within yourself, you can develop it with other people. And so we're calling on those wise ancestors who have developed peace and wisdom to come to us energetically. And we're calling them to enter our space. And you can define that space. I define my space to the size of my arm, or the extent of my arms. Because the wisdom may be things you may not want to hear. But now we will breathe in the energy of our ancestors who we are calling to join us now, to give us their wisdom, to bring peace to all people on this planet. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 So now we have around us the energy of our wise, peaceful ancestors, those millions of people who lived, who worked, who loved, so that we can be here now. And whether we are millionaires or homeless, we are here now in this most precious privilege of having a human body and minds connected to the energy of our ancestors. And we can call on their energy now to help us bring peace for all people on this planet. For us not to fall into all of the confusion and conspiracy theories and despair and fear. For us to call on our wise and peaceful ancestors to lead us into understanding that all we have is this moment. And in this moment, we can be compassionate, we can be caring, we can be patient, we can be generous. We can work to bring peace to all people. So now we are accepting that energy from our ancestors as we breathe one last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 And now we are receiving the wise energy of our ancestors, of our millions of ancestors, to guide us in bringing peace to all the people in the world. And of course, we can only begin with the people whom we interact with on a physical level. But in our intentions and our minds, we can send forth the wish for all people to have peace. No matter what their color, where they live, their religious belief, their political belief. If we all wish for everyone to have inner peace, then we can find and build outer peace. And so let us visualize and feel that energy coming from our ancestors, from millions and millions of years, and imagine it entering like light through the top of our skull, going towards the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, the center of our forehead, called the third eye, so that we can see and look with discernment and wisdom, to our throat, so that we will speak with kindness, consideration, and wisdom, to our heart, so that we will move with love and compassion and patience, and to our solar plexus, so that we will have the will and the strength to be of benefit, to help all those who have not attained a state of peace. So we're taking all of this energy from our ancestors, and it is filling us up so that we, as individuals, can become peace providers, because we, by our inner peace, are expanding peace to others. This ends our ancestral connection for peace to all of the people of the world. Thank you for watching. Below is information on how you can support this work and find out more of the work that I do, and more events, more services, more products. And this is a practice I do every Thursday at 1:30 Alaska time, live. And then it's posted on YouTube by the following Sunday. So thank you. And remember to smile, breathe deeply, and be grateful. Okay.